But today, like I said, we're going to be diving into transportation. So the first thing I think talking about that's a big highlight is how do you get to SLO? San Luis Obispo, also, that is the city that Cal Poly San Luis Obispo is in. So if you're an in-state student, I would say driving to Cal Poly is probably the most common way to get to campus. So we are pretty much 3 hours south of San Francisco, 3 hours north of Los Angeles. And so anywhere is pretty much drivable, which is really, really nice within the state. And we have an airport in SLO, which is great, you're like, how? It's so small. It's fantastic. A ton of students really utilize it. Like I said, if you're in state, driving is a great way, but we also have like airports. You can fly from, I believe, direct flights, LAX, San Francisco, obviously, and then Seattle, if you're in Phoenix, if you're in Denver, if you're in Dallas, we got you. We have direct flights for you. It is a really nice drive up the coast. Also, really quickly, if any of y'all have any questions, there's a little like question tool icon down there at the bottom. Like, please do not hesitate to put in any questions y'all might have, and I'm super happy to answer those as we go along. But like I said, so if you need to fly, we got you covered. We have an airport right here. On their website, it says any destination is just 1 or 2 stops away. So if you're not in one of our direct flight locations, like definitely just find a connection. You're good to go. Also, yes, it is such a beautiful drive. I love doing the drive. It's like actually the most beautiful thing. I drive up PCH and it's great. We have a question here. Are the flights expensive? It totally depends. Honestly, at the time of year, things like that. Right now, I know flights are a little bit wonky. You also, flying to SLO, if it's a little bit more expensive, you can fly into like San Jose Airport, Santa Barbara, LAX, San Francisco. And if you're like, well, how do I get from the airport to campus? We have this fantastic program set up, not officially through the campus, but it's a Facebook page called Cal Poly Rideshare. There are thousands of people in it. It is so useful. Pretty much like how you can go about doing that is you're a part of this Facebook page. Every Cal Poly student, like even some alum are still in it, can just hop into that and you can say, hi, seeking like LAX to Cal Poly this weekend. Does anyone have any offers? Or if you have extra room in your car and you're making a drive, say, hey, I have seats available. Like all I need is like $15 for gas, some, maybe provide some snacks. I have like the tunes and we're good to go. Sometimes if you're lucky, there'll be a dog in your ride share and then it's like the best ride ever. But honestly, that's also how you can meet some really cool people at Cal Poly. I've heard people like really connecting with the ride share. So, but that's a super great way to get from point A to point B, literally anywhere in California. So that's a little bit about how you can kind of get around to campus. Definitely like utilizing all of those options. And we do have a train also that runs along the coast that will like get you to Cal Poly. Very scenic. I've done it a few times. I'm from Los Angeles, so it's a really great option, like, and super affordable too. So, like I said, you're in state or out of state, we got you covered. So once you're here at Cal Poly, how are you getting around campus? We'll start with that. So campus, I'm not gonna lie, it's not like huge. It's not the biggest campus you've ever seen. It's not gonna take you 2 hours to get from one side to another. It's really only like a 15-minute walk max. Except I do have to say at Cal Poly, you're probably going to make a lot of friends just by nature of the community we have here. So always give yourself like an extra 10 minutes to chat with people as you're like walking back and forth. Just saying, I promise. That's a pro tip once you get here. But everywhere at Cal Poly, so walkable. We are such like a walking town, things like that. You also can ride your bike. Not gonna lie, I don't know how to ride a bike. I know it's something I need to work on. I'm like 21 years old. I need to like get back on that. But a ton of students love riding their bikes. I believe we have, I think 7,000 bike stationary areas. So if you have a bike, we have room for you, bike racks. And so walking is great. You have, we have like Cal Poly calves is the joke. So your calves will be popping once you get here, but it's a really, really, honestly, it's just so beautiful and the weather's so nice. So you never have to worry about like, what's it like walking outside? It's fantastic and it's beautiful. Really quickly, freshmen usually cannot have cars on campus. That is something, but I'll get to why that's okay in a second. I know, I don't want to scare anyone. Take a deep breath. But on campus, like I said, pretty much walking, you can ride your bike. We do actually have a shuttle service at night that can take you from one side of campus to another, from the residence halls to the library to different parking lots. Like, we got you, you are good to go. Also, this stuff is like super free for students, so we really encourage you to take advantage of that. But like I said, freshmen cannot have cars on campus normally. Right now, they are able to, just with the current situation, giving them kind of access. But I can definitely not speak for, I cannot speak for the upcoming years, but that's just a quick little heads up of where we are right now. But I think the most important thing, and honestly, SLO transportation is like the biggest part of, I think, this conversation. Because they make it so easy for students to get around. Like, oh my goodness, it's one of the best things. Hi, Campbell. Honestly, like I said, like the statement of freshmen cannot have cars on campus, that's really scary. You're like, how do I get around? I don't want to be trapped. Also, being trapped on Cal Poly's campus would not be like the worst thing. I know I do need to learn how to ride a bike. You're not wrong. Thank you. You're not wrong. I know, it's really sad. But so Cal Poly actually offers free transportation throughout the city, but it's run through the city of San Luis Obispo. We have a transit system, and so that's a bus system that goes literally throughout the entire city, and Cal Poly pays for us. As long as we have our student ID card on you, you can use bus transportation for free. Let me tell you, I think that is one of the best things. That's how you can get down to Farmers Market downtown. Also, even things off campus are super in walking distance. I think it only takes, 20 minutes to walk from campus to downtown. So honestly, you're good to go. But if you want, the buses are there and they're free. They can take you literally from one side of campus to another. If you're like, I really don't want to walk, we got you covered. And like I said, it's so free. I have a car here. I'm a fourth year. I've had a car since I was a sophomore, but I have 3 bus stops just within I think 2 minutes of me walking in any direction. And I would rather use the bus, because it really, I will get to that. Yes. So honestly, I would rather use the bus. It is just, I don't have to pay for gas, so that's super nice. And it can get you literally anywhere at all times. I don't think I've ever waited longer than 20 minutes for a bus. So can you get to the beach? Yes, you can actually get to the beach with the bus, so you are in luck. I do believe that you have to have get off on one stop and get off on another, but super, super doable. But if you have a place you would like to go that's not easily accessible through a bus, I'll tell you about how to get there in just a second. Like I said, you always can bike here. SLO actually has signs everywhere that's super bike friendly, which again, I personally cannot utilize, but if you can ride a bike, 10 out of 10 would recommend using it. You'll see cyclists on the street literally all the time. It's a really, really big thing here. I think I'm just missing out. Also, really quickly, with the public transportation, the buses can get you to Costco, to Target, Bed Bath & Beyond. We have an REI co-op. They can get you anywhere. They can get you to downtown. You are in very good hands in the SLO transit system. Bus drivers are so nice too, so it's great. But if you want to get somewhere that's not exactly on the bus's route, you actually can sign up for a program that Cal Poly partners with a company. It's called Zipcar. And so all you have to do is you register. It's basically renting a car, but you're 18 or 19 years old, and you can you get this little like ID card and you just rent out a car for a day, and you pay like, I think, a flat fee plus however many miles you might drive. But my roommate freshman year, she visited Santa Barbara, and she and her friends got in their car and they just drove down to Santa Barbara for the day because they had super easy access, and it's on Cal Poly's campus. Also, I do see that we have an admissions question. If you have any admissions questions, please email admissions@calpoly.edu. They will give you far better answers than I think I would be able to. But totally check that out. But like I said, with Zipcar, that makes getting literally anywhere so accessible. Also, once you get here, there's going to be a ton of people that are like, when you get involved, so Cal Poly students were involved in so many different things that you're going to find 5,000 people doing 5,000 things and offering rides always. Like, I remember when I was a first year, all the people that I could get rides with, like upperclassmen that I'd meet through like various just activities. And everyone's super kind and really willing to help other people out. Like, San Luis Obispo is such a fantastic college town, is that it is just so accessible. And I was, running just down the street of where I live the other day, and I saw a friend that I hadn't seen in a really long time. That's just kind of the nature. Like, you run into people just because of how, but it's also not claustrophobic is one thing, is there's always more things to do. I don't want to make it sound like, you run out of things to do your first year. I still have a bucket list that I need to complete, but that's a side thing. But just know that whatever you want to do, you have access and you have transportation, whether that's through the campus itself, through the city, or through your fellow Cal Poly students. So, but that's a little bit about transportation. Like I said, if you have any questions or if you missed any part of this, this will be uploaded on our Cal Poly admissions YouTube page. So again, I've been in a few videos, like if you want to hang out some more, check me out there. I see we have another question. Yes, I will. How close are hiking trails? Can you walk there from campus? Yes, you can. We actually have hiking trails on campus, which I think is really cool. They're so fun. We have, I cannot remember how many hikes we have. So many. Like, I think hovering around the 100 something. Might be 157 in San Luis Obispo. Don't quote me on that. If anyone goes to Cal Poly that's watching this, go ahead and type in that answer if you know it. But there are so many hikes to get, that you can walk from campus. I think we have, we have a few different hikes just off campus, and yes, everything is super, you literally can walk to so many different hikes. That's a little bit about transportation. I hope everyone is staying safe and taking care of themselves, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Good luck with everyone who is applying. You guys are doing great things, so let me know if you have any questions, but if not, have a great rest of your week.
Hey there, thank you for watching the video. Please share any questions or comments down below. Go ahead and click here to subscribe, and to watch more videos, click here. If you want to sign up for a virtual visit, or if you want to talk to a student or staff member, check out our website. Link in the description. Thank you for watching.